We stole a jar of weed from our buddy's grandpa. Senior year of college, we're having a party. We get all the alcohol, get the house all set up. We're like, man, probably need some weed for tonight. And we wanted some grade A shit. We don't have the money for that as college kids. We don't have the person who could do that for us. It's my buddies Kyle, Sean, and Tex. Our buddy Sean proceeds to tell us that his grandpa has a prescription for some medical marijuana from being a war veteran, doesn't use it, and it just kind of builds up at his house. So we're thinking, oh, Sean will go pick it up for us, and he's like, well, no, we'll have to steal it from him. And at first we're all like, no, like not doing that. He's like, nah, he's a war veteran, he doesn't use it, he's against it, he won't give it to me, but it's my grandpa, guys. I'll set up a little diversion and you guys can sneak into the house and grab it. Being college kids, we started thinking about it. We're like, that would be a pretty legendary story to tell at the party. Like, oh man, where'd you guys get this stuff? We're like, oh, this is how we got it. So we thought about it, came up with a plan, and we're like, let's do it. So a couple days later, we go over to Sean's grandpa's. Kyle, Tex, and I are parked in this plaza backing up against Sean's grandpa's yard so we can see everything going on, and we're just waiting for the signal. And in broad daylight. We're doing this in broad daylight. So Sean walks up, knocks on his grandpa's door. We see Sean step in the house, and that was our go time. Me, Tex, and Kyle jump out, hop the fence into Sean's grandpa's yard, and we go running over to his house. Now, we had this big white house. Best way I can describe it is like they built on an extension, and part of the roof was pretty flat, almost like a platform roof that we could go over to the second-story windows and get into his room. And like I said, we had planned it out pretty good, so we go running over. Kyle hoists me and Tex on his shoulders. We crawl up on this roof, go running, pop the window open, and me and Tex are in pretty quickly into Sean's grandpa's room. We get in his room. It's a typical elderly person setup. There's a lot of stuff stacked around. But there's this medicine cabinet like right in front of us, like big double door shelves. And we're like, oh, let's go, easy money. Me and Tex swing these doors open. And I am telling you, 50 years or more worth of pill bottles and prescriptions and all this stuff all over the place. So we're like, oh my God, we don't even know what we're looking for. Like, we don't even know what container this weed's going to be in. And now we've got to go through this man's entire life savings of prescription bottles. So we're hustling. We're moving. Sean's pretty close to his grandpa. So he's downstairs drinking beer, talking to his grandpa. And we're just moving as quick as we can, trying to get through this whole situation. It's taken us a lot longer than we anticipated because there's just so many pill bottles to go through. We're like, holy shit, this is getting a little dicey for us. Like, we were getting nervous. We're about halfway through the cabinet, and Tex just fucking turns on me. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. You know, obviously our nerves were a little high, so the situation is very tense. But Tex is like, this is your fault. This is your brilliant plan. It's taking us way longer than we thought. We're going to get caught, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, don't turn on me now. Like, we're in too deep now to give up. So Tex and I get in this little argument. I'm still rummaging through this medicine cabinet, and he storms over to the closet. 2 steps into this closet, moves 1 or 2 things, turns around. Holy shit. And he's got a mason jar full of weed. And we're like, let's go, baby. We're celebrating at this point. Like, the stress of the medicine cabinet is over. We've got what we need. We drop it in this little drawstring bag, and we're ready to cook. I'm putting all these pill bottles back. You know, you're trying to put the room back like you were never in there because it's still breaking and entering. Even though it's your buddy's grandpa, it's still breaking and entering, whether he would notice or not. Moving all these pill bottles, I start hearing like this weird, like scratching, hissing sound. I'm like, what the fuck? And I say to Tex, did you hear that? He's like, yeah. I keep putting stuff back. Feel like everything's put back how it's supposed to be. Shut the door, and I turn around to Tex, and he's like, Tom. Before I can even turn my head, you hear this wicked hissing sound. There's this huge brown and black cat just jumps on me. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm screaming. I'm holding the thing because it's trying to claw my face and shit. And I fall back onto the bed. Tex goes running towards the window. And he's like, come on, we got to go. I'm like, I have a cat attacking me. Tex slides out the window real quick, tosses Kyle the bag. We didn't know that Sean had already left. Sean comes around the corner, and he's in the backyard with Kyle and Tex, and Kyle's like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, I thought it was time to go. I didn't know that at the time because I'm being attacked by this cat. So I throw this damn thing across the room, and it takes off. As soon as I get up, his grandpa's right there with a gun, screaming at me. Get out of my house. I'm like, holy shit. Oh my God. Hang on. He shoots his shotgun off in the house. I go running, dive out the window. Tex is just now dropping from the roof. So him, Kyle, and Sean are in the backyard. They're like, come on. Scramble to my feet and go running away from the window. I was afraid that if I kept running in a straight line, because I'd already jumped out the window, so I land on the roof, and my face is all bloody from this fucking cat that attacked me, and I'm screaming my ass off. I'm screaming for help, and they're like trying to calm me down. They're like, come to the edge of the roof, and I'm like, fuck that, dude. I go running in the opposite direction, because it was like a long, skinny roof, so I go running down towards the end of the house because I'm like, if this dude shoots like a wild shot out the window, I'm not getting shot. Fuck that. This is craziness. So I'm sprinting for my life. I get to the edge of the roof, and it's got a little higher over there. It's just like a 10, 12-foot drop to the ground, and I can't jump that. I'm freaking out. I look back. I'm like, holy shit. His grandpa's crawling out the window. Again, this is like an 80-something-year-old man. So he's crawling out the window, but he's still got that fucking gun. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, I'm going to get fucking shot. Like, all we're trying to do is get some weed for this party. This is crazy. On Kyle and Tex come running over to the edge of the roof of that man. They're like, come on, you got to jump. You got to jump. They're like, we'll get you. We'll get you. John's grandpa has the gun, picks it up. He's screaming crazy shit at us. There's something about being Russian. Last second jump, he shoots again. I land in the yard with Kyle and Tex. You start hearing the sirens coming from the gunshots, and we're like, holy shit, we got to get the fuck out of here. So we go running back to my car, and kid you not, as soon as we get in the car, I realize this is a scene from my movie script, and it's not a real story. Just another reason why 219 A College Kid Story needs to be produced by somebody. Let's get this movie produced. I based the script off an entire year of college that I spent with some of my best friends. Literally to this day are still my great friends for life. And nothing would mean more to me than getting this script produced. Not obviously for my career would be great, but for the guys who inspired it, like they will hold such a special place in my heart for the rest of my life. I mean, not only are they genuinely my best friends that are there for me, have been there for me through all the ups and downs of trying to figure out how to make this happen, but they are just my brothers. They've always been there for me, always have supported me, have always supported this, which is a challenging thing to do, to support the type of content that I share on here when you're trying to get jobs and stuff. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of all of you for sticking with me as we continue to see where this Talks with Tom social media stuff goes and to see where these scripts go. You know, you just got to keep trying to work and make connections. And I promise you guys, I'm working on this shit every day, doing everything I can to make it happen because y'all are my brothers. I mean, you guys are like family to me at this point, and I am going to make this script happen one way or another. It would be death before dishonor, right? I promise you I will have this script produced before I die. So that was a fun one to write in. And I actually based the grandpa character off my grandpa because him and Sean both wear the exact same type of glasses. And also, it is Memorial Day, so regardless of how you feel about the country you live in or what dreams you're chasing or what your political desires are, the way that your life is structured, just remember the only reason that you have the freedom to wake up in the morning and choose what you get to do is because of men and women who are serving to keep this country safe. And many of them lose their lives in that process. So I just want to thank every family, every person out there who has somebody serving in the military or is serving in the military. Thank you, because that's the only reason that we have the freedom to do shit like this on a daily basis. So super appreciative of all the people who serve in the military. Have an unbelievably large amount of respect for you, and I wish you all nothing but the best and your safety. And we're all thankful for you, even if some people don't show it in the proper ways, in my opinion, at times. So that's today's episode. Just going to keep grinding and hope to see you all back soon. Talks with Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street getting paid, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? What can I see? Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more.
Get from I'm not talking like normal shit. I'm talking like top tier stuff.